So this is a bit of a catch-up on what's been happening over the past couple of days. I've gone to see some really important people whom I love very much. And there's a lot of talk going on in the government, in particular departments, DTI, obviously the health department. There's the ever spoken about SAPRA. I think things are on the move. And there's a new organization called SACHIDA, the South African Cannabis Hemp Industry Development Association, which is a board of, which is an organization that is being set up to represent the industry at all levels to government, and to try and formalize an industry structure where a bank would happily invest in a cannabis store. At the moment they won't, because of obviously the legislation, but at the same time a bank won't invest in a store that is reckless. So SACHIDA as an organization, and I think the industry as a whole is going to start rooting out people that shouldn't be in the industry for the purposes of an industry standard or norm. The major retail industry is definitely having a look at the cannabis industry from a product point of view, because should the legislation be that adaptable, it could become something that you can buy in a spa, or a type of bottle store environment within a spa. I think my point is that there's this revving up at the moment, which is both insecure for many people, is what's opportunistic for others, or for many people, should I say, and product development in as much as healing, THC, medicinal, herbal medicine, all of that stuff is going to start to be taken way more seriously than it has in the past. The difference between the normal herbal medicine world, or traditional healing, or natural healing, is cannabis has essentially taken the limelight because of the kind of intrinsic recreational part of it. So these are interesting times, and I look forward to meeting everybody involved at SACHIDA level. I know a lot of them already, and I look forward to supporting them as much as I can as a media, and I look forward to looking at how the plan rolls out going forward in relation to what the strategic goals are for the industry as a whole. Be that as it may, there's obviously, in all industries, there's the top guys that sit there and do the work that they need to do in order to govern certain things, and then there's still the guys like us out on the road doing the work, beating the pavements, trying to get our business models right, doing marketing, doing advertising, all that stuff. And every part of that is in its own way momentous, because it's still the birth of an industry. And I think we should all not get lost in the noise of SAPRA and the noise of the health minister and all of those things. Obviously, we've got to be cognizant of doing it as well as we can in this present ungoverned, or what's unlegislated state. And as long as we're authentic about that stuff, then I think the diversity that we might face in relation to being raided or whatever as a store is worth it. Remember why we're doing this. We're doing it because we have an affinity towards the cannabis plant, and we're very lucky to be in this era where we are literally not even out of the birthing of an industry, because and the end user thinks that it's legal. You know, the bottom line is that no model is legal. There's systems, but they're not legal in relation to the transacting of the cannabis plant. So just, you know, whenever it gets tough and hard and all of those things, and I face it too, just remember why you started and go back to the original authentic reasoning, the love of building the brand, the first few days, all of that stuff. That stuff is priceless.